Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at Magic 2015 Duels of the Planeswalkers. So, this is a game, came out on Steam. It's part of a yearly series where, each iteration kind of gets updated from the last one. This is the newest version, just came out a few days ago. It's only available for Windows and is $10, although there's a wealth of DLC, slash microtransactions, if you will. Basically, you can microtransaction your way in the game, or you can buy like all of the cards and everything from the Steam page. So either way, whatever you want to do for that, or you can just play and unlock things at what I've heard is a very slow pace. And of course I will have a link in the description to the Steam page. So before we start, I do want to say I'm coming at this from the perspective of someone who before this game has never played a game of Magic, and of course because of that I also don't own any of the previous iterations of the digital version here. So my opinions are a little different from what I've seen in other Steam reviews. But with that, I think we will jump into a game here so I can kind of explain what's going on. And along with what I said, please don't fill the comments with telling me how bad I am at Magic. I've literally played 2 hours of Magic in my life. I'm gonna be bad. I'm probably gonna lose. It's fine. So, just wanted to get that stuff out of the way. That being said, this is going to be a video for someone who is looking to jump into Magic and asking if this is the game that they should jump in with. So, okay. There is some preamble to what you're seeing here. That preamble being that you can kind of build your deck with cards you have. You can also just choose the deck that you're going to use. And basically to do that, you choose based on a color. So each color plays a little differently. And we are actually redrawing here. Unfortunately, this means that we're going to get fewer and fewer cards, but I think this is what we want. So like you get one free redraw of everything, and after that, each time you redraw your deck at the beginning, you lose a card. So there is some risk to redrawing often, but I think we made the right choice. So what you're going to see here is each player goes through multiple phases. So first we had a main phase, then we had a combat phase, but of course we don't have creatures out, so we couldn't do any combat. We now have another main phase where there are certain cards that we could play now. We're going to not do that this time, and we're just going to end. Alright. So, right. It looks like we can actually play this at any time, which is kind of nice. Certain cards are like that. Certain cards you can play at any time. Other cards have to be used during certain phases, etc. So at the beginning of each at the beginning of our turn, we can play a land card, and land cards are used to summon creatures like this. So for this we need, I think the way this works is we need 4 mana, one of which, it's either we need 4 mana, one of which is the grassland style, whatever that type is, or we need 3, and 1 has to be. But anyways, we're just, I guess, not gonna play a card. No, maybe I will play Shock actually. We're gonna kill this guy's creature. Alright. The other thing I should say is I have not played any multiplayer, and I have no thoughts on that. I'm not going to get into the multiplayer here. All I've done is played the tutorial and jumped in to a little bit of the campaign. So that's where we're at. We're going to play another land, and now we finally have an option of actually playing a creature, and I think I will. Right, so we're going to play a creature here. We can actually plus... right, so that creature had an effect, right? So when Timberland Guide enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter. The +1/+1 is down in the bottom right. That is our attack and our defense, basically. Attack and our health, if you will, for that creature. What I'm going to do... Let's see, does that end? No, I guess it stays throughout this turn. So I think we're actually going to wait this out and see if they try to attack. Yeah, we're just going to skip playing any of their cards this turn and see what happens. I do want to say, like I said, as someone coming into this without any previous experience with the game, the tutorial was very nice. Like, it really covered a lot and kind of isolated situations where certain cards might be useful, and that I think is a pretty important thing to do. Okay, how do we want to handle this? There are, you know, we've got a few choices here basically, so I think what I want to do is this. We will go ahead and take that out. We want to do this and do that. So that is going to give this card +4/+4 at least to the end of this turn. By the way, sorry if you hear any cars going by. There's like some construction going on. So this is the first time you've seen me attack. The way attacking works, you don't choose how you attack. Your attack always goes towards the opponent and towards their 20 life points. The enemy, or if the situation is flipped and they're attacking, you get to choose whether or not you want to block with your creatures. So they chose not to block, I would assume, because it was guaranteed they would lose their creature. But because I attacked, my creature is what they call tapped, and that means that it can't block. So I took the 2 damage to my health, knowing that I would take 6 from theirs. So, you know, there's a lot of this kind of give and take, a lot of decisions on how you want to play your cards, and I think that is a lot of what makes this pretty interesting. Okay, well, this is the only thing we can play. We definitely want to get some more creatures out on the board. So we're going to do that. And I'm actually going to skip my attack. And the reason being is, if I were to attack, they would have blocked with their 5/3. So the reason they didn't attack is because I have creatures that would be able to block, and basically we would have ended in a stalemate, both of us losing all of our creatures. Okay, this is really good. So we're going to send out this card, Convoke. Let's see. No, I don't want to Convoke. Do I have to? Oh, what if I don't want to, though? Okay, well, I guess I cancel. We'll put out this character instead. Or this card, I should say. This works as well. Again, we're going to skip our attack because we're so kind of closely matched right now. If I give them the priority for attacking, and that's why you're seeing the computer do the same thing here, just kind of like backing off. Because if I were to give priority, or if they give priority, basically we're going to be able to you know, kind of just end things in a stalemate, which we don't want to see. So wow, that creature really can't go out. Oh, you know what? It's because I don't actually have enough land to cast this creature. Okay, I understand now. So it's letting me cast the creature if I want by tapping some of my cards, because that's what the Convoke is. Sorry, again, I'm kind of learning a lot of this as I go. So we're still not going to play that creature because I want to have all my cards available, just in case this happens. Okay, so we get our opportunity to block here. So here's what we want to do. Okay, this isn't gonna go well, really, but we want to focus on getting that 5/3 out. We want to do that, and then I guess we'll just sacrifice that guy because it doesn't matter. We're gonna lose the third card either way. Okay, so then we get to see how these cards go up against each other. The interesting thing about this one is that card I just lost in the middle actually deals 3 damage upon death. So I can attack this card and finish it off. So we actually did pretty well there. We took out a lot of creatures. And again, we're perfectly evenly matched here. They also had a basically an effect upon death. And that's going to be kind of the crux of this gameplay here, is that we've got different cards, different effects that all happen at different times. And that is why it's interesting. That's why, you know, that's what makes it fun for me. Like, is just trying to figure out when it's best to use all of these different abilities. And that's really where the strategy comes in with this. So it's definitely pretty interesting, in my opinion. There's a lot of very, very, you know, like strategy-based things going on here. Wow. We're probably gonna lose here pretty soon because they have a lot of cards out. Okay. And I don't have any mountain anymore, so that is not good. Yeah, so we're looking at losing here very, very soon. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I guess what we do is we're going to use this to block the highest damage, because that seems like the smartest thing. I can actually kill any of those creatures, whichever one I choose to block, but this way I will prevent, you know, 5 damage as opposed to 2 or 3. Again, we're done for because we're not drawing land, or we've only, yeah, again, I can't play anything. So this will actually be the last turn. That's okay. We're actually just gonna jump in and retry this match, I guess. Again, as I said, I don't need to hear about like what I could have done differently. I will in time learn how to do those things differently. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely a bit of information overload if you've never played Magic before. But also, like, the game is really good. Like, there's an in-game hint system that you can turn off if you're experienced with the game and know what everything does. But for me, it's been nice because at any time I can click on a card and it can tell me everything about the card, which is pretty nice in my opinion. And I guess I should say at this point, like, I don't have any problems with this game. My only problem might be like the microtransactions, and that's only because I don't have the greatest opinion of microtransactions. I'm actually just going to keep this card, and we are this hand, I mean, and we're going to do that. Send that out. Okay. Yeah, other than that though, I really like everything about the game, and I was a little surprised to see, you know, if you go to the Steam page, it's pretty full of negative reviews, and a lot of it seems like it's a lot of people who thought the game was going to have certain features and then it didn't, so you know, it didn't meet their expectations. And it sounds like, of course, that it's a lot of people who have probably been buying this game yearly and have certain expectations for what they want, whatever. As I said, like, I'm not coming from a point of experience. I'm coming from a new perspective, and I think if you're new to the series, this is a perfect one to jump in on, in my opinion. It seems to be working out great for me, and I'm having a good time with it so far. This is kind of an interesting thing that happens, though, is a lot of times we will just not have opportunities to draw land because, you know, of course, your deck is filled with what it's filled with, and you can customize that, but these decks start pretty balanced. So I've just kept with pretty much the starting deck out of this, and there's something like 20 decks to choose from or something. I don't know, it's pretty overwhelming amount, and I'll need a lot of time, I guess, to experiment with all of them before I decide what's best for me anyways. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do that. What do you do? Gain control of target creature until end of turn. That is interesting. I would much rather just do this and just kill that creature. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to attack with everything. So, you know, we've got pretty good board control right now, which is definitely what we want, in my opinion. I guess before we get too far into this, I should mention some of the other aspects that aren't gameplay. Sorry, there's just a lot of gameplay elements to describe here and talk about what I think about, you know, especially coming from my perspective, which I think as far as videos you're going to find, I've probably got a pretty unique perspective on it, because I think most of the people who are going to be doing videos on this game probably have played the game a lot. Okay, what do we want to do here? I think we want to have this out, and then we don't want to attack, right, because they'll dodge. Although maybe that's not... Let's see, this is only, yeah, only until the end of turn. So I guess I could attack. We'll lose a creature, but that's fine, I think. Let's do that. So we're gonna lose one of our creatures because I'm sure they'll... Yeah, that's fine though. We'll also take out their creature and do 2 damage to them, to their life points. Yeah, from a UI perspective, I think, personally, I think it's pretty good. The game looks pretty. You know, there's a lot of nice special effects, I guess, going on to make things a little more interesting, and I guess give you some things that you would not have just playing the card game. Deals X damage to target creature or player. X. That's interesting. I'm not sure what that means. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess maybe we do that, and I think here's what we do actually. I think we do that and we attack with this, right? And we're gonna keep our fire card here open to defend, so we can actually defend against this card when they get it back. Because I think, oh, but they have haste, right? I did not think about that. Okay, so this is going to be interesting, because if I'm correct, what will happen here is we will lose our creature. Oh, we still did the damage. Perfect. That's perfect. Love that. Okay, that is like exactly how I wanted to play that out. Yeah, we've had really good board control this time, considering we're so far in and have not lost any health. Although I've had games where the enemy had 1 health left and I still had 20 and I still lost. So, you know, it's not ever guaranteed. Okay, what do we want to do? I guess this card. Oh, and we can play this. Okay. Oh, that's an instant card. Okay, well, we don't want to use our instant card, I think. Because, yeah, if we do that... Oh, sure, let's play that this turn. That was a bad idea, now that I think about it. Okay, skip attack. Well, it's not too bad. We'll just leave it alive, especially considering we've got 20 health. There are some sacrifices we can make. Okay. Oh. Interesting. think I'm not even gonna block. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the 3. That's fine. Yeah, you know, personally, I think it's a pretty looking game. There's a lot of, you know, a lot of things to keep your eyes busy, I guess, is what I'll say about it. And I think it's all pretty informative as well. Okay. So that... Okay, so we can't use both of these, but... What I could do, and what that check mark is another kind of beginner's thing, is that it's telling me... Okay. Let's use it. Oh, yeah. Right, because this creature can't be blocked. Okay. Oh, that was really good. We're going to attack with everything. Yes. We might win here. Also, from a music perspective, I think the game sounds really, really good as well. A lot of interesting music going on. You know, it's definitely kind of secondary to the gameplay, and it's kind of kept in the background, but I think that is probably the preferred way to do that with a game like this. You know, you wouldn't really want the music to be overpowering to the gameplay or really distract you from everything, especially since, you know, it does take kind of a lot of concentration to decide what you're going to do. Okay, I think what we're going to do is finish up this match, which probably won't take too much longer. I might lose again. And I think from there, you know, I think you've probably gotten a pretty good feel for my thoughts. Okay, so if I play this... Oh... Okay, so I actually don't want to play that, I guess. Let's get that out there as just another creature that can... Yeah, again, we don't want to attack at all. Wait, or do we? Can't be blocked, set by creatures flying or reach. No, we do want to skip our attack though, because I want 2 creatures open to dodge. Because of what's about to happen here. We are going to sacrifice both of our creatures, but I think that's the best thing to do. Let's find out. I guess it doesn't matter. None of them really have huge effects, so we can pretty much just do that. Sacrifice our creatures, but it also saves some of our health. Yeah, I mean, you know, overall I think this is a very well done game. Again, I guess your mileage may vary depending on your past experience with the series and whether or not you own any other versions, but I think if you are, you know, looking to enter into this for the first time, I think it is, you know, a really good pickup, and I think we're about to win here. Be awesome. Yes, we did it. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, well, yeah, again, oh, and we unlocked a booster. So this is the other thing. During the campaign, you can, you know, you get boosters, and then I guess you get to choose one. So let's see. I think I will take that. Oh, maybe we get all of them. Never mind. So yeah, we unlock cards as you play through, which is why I said, you know, you don't have to buy into the microtransactions, but what people are saying in reviews is that it takes a lot of single-player play to unlock all the cards if you don't feel like buying them. So I guess that is something to think about. If you aren't really into that, then, you know, just know that that is there, and that is something that people are concerned about. Final overview here, you know, we've got our single-player, multiplayer, the shop, deck building, your cards, options, of course, your profile, store locator, and extras. So there's definitely a lot to do here, a lot of stuff going on. You know, I think if you're a fan of Magic, I don't see why this wouldn't be good, but again, I have not played Magic much, so you know, those complaints maybe at this point don't make sense to me. And the other thing, of course, is that I think that if you have not played Magic and have always been, you know, kind of wanting to get in, I think this is a perfect one to get in on, and I definitely suggest that you pick this up. Give Magic a shot, maybe you'll like it, and I don't see why you know, wouldn't start with this one. This seems like a really good one to pick up. It's the newest one, it's the one everyone's going to be playing, so this definitely gets my recommendation, especially if you are looking to join into Magic for the first time. So, as always, feel free to leave comments. If there's anything that you would like to comment about, subscribe to the channel to see more videos from me every single day. And of course, if you like the episode of, you know, my look at Magic here, then please do consider clicking the like button, because that helps me out a lot, and I definitely appreciate it. But with that, I thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.